Yes. I mean, ain't nothing. I mean, because I could go in on MTV, but I'm going to leave that alone.
Yeah, we're just riffing.
Yes, we're just going to do On the Run. What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Makael. We are back with another video. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. I must say that I'm recovering from last night. Last night was the Philadelphia edition of Beyonce and Jay-Z's On the Run Part 2. And I must say that I had a great time. I mean, anytime I go to a Beyonce concert or a Beyonce and Jay-Z concert, I have a good time. But honestly, I had a good time. Starting from the moment when I got to Xfinity Live. Now, if you from Philly, you know that everybody goes to Xfinity Live, they pregame there, and sometimes the DJs be playing whoever, you know, is at the venue, whoever having the concert. So I met up with my girl Rita. Shout out to Rita. She got me some drinks and stuff. And then I met some people that were from, I believe they were from Brooklyn. If she didn't say Brooklyn, she said Harlem. And they weren't able to go to the show that's this weekend, so they went to the show last night because they couldn't get tickets for the New York show. So, you know, I met them. Now, I told her that I need her to remind me of whatever she was talking about. I know she was talking about I should be on somebody's podcast. But if you're watching this video, please DM me so I can know what you were really talking about. But I remember that conversation. And when I was there at Xfinity Live, Rita, by this time, she had left. And then I was waiting for Makael while I had to finish my drink while I was waiting for Makael. And I was sitting there, and these two white ladies come up to me. And I immediately knew who they were. Because I had just recently thought about them. I was like, I wonder if I'm going to see those ladies at the concert. And these are the two ladies that I was sitting with at the On the Run Part 1 concert 4 years ago. But it was at Citizens Bank Park. And I remember me being up and down the aisles and stuff, just having me a good time. And they remember me having a good time too. And it was just so great to see them. And just to know that, you know, you sat with somebody and you made an impact with them, that they instantly remembered you when they seen you on site. Like, it was just a good experience.
Usually you don't forget when people are making a fool of themselves.
Yeah, I didn't make a fool of myself, but I had a great time. My section, we all had a good time. We all had a good time. And if they weren't, I'm like, come on, I need some participation. Last night I had to do none of that. I didn't have to ask nobody to do anything. That shit was popping from the time they walked out until the show was over. Now, well, I already talked about my intro. You can talk about your thing. Did you see anybody there, like, before the show started and everything? I know you were trying to get the tickets and stuff, so.
I ran into a few people, but yeah. My night started when Jay-Z and Beyonce stepped on stage.
Yeah.
And I just want to tell y'all, for those of you that don't know, I did not lose my voice at the concert. I went to the concert with no voice. And I was very upset because Kevin and I sat next to each other. And Kevin can tell you, I was trying so hard to sing, but I couldn't.
You could.
So most of the time I was either standing there or I was dancing or I was singing, but there was no words coming out of my mouth. I was just lip syncing because I had lost my voice the day before. But I had an awesome time. I think it's so interesting because I always say that whenever you go to a Beyonce and a Jay-Z concert, you always have a good time. But it's so interesting when you see people complain about, oh, all she's doing is the same old songs. They're just going to keep doing the same old songs. And then you get to the concert and they come on stage and those same old songs you go off to as if you never heard them before. But yet you heard them before because you're singing along with them. The way their performances are set up, the way the visuals are set up, the way just the way the costumes are, it makes you forget that they're performing old songs. Yeah. It's just so amazing. And one of the things that I loved about this tour was that portion of the stage that went elevated and then it went out.
That was my favorite part.
That was so awesome.
That was one of my favorite parts.
I remember, because I don't have a fear of heights, but I have a fear of being high and there's nothing to, like a border or protection to, you know, secure you. That stage had no, that portion of the stage had nothing to protect them. So if they were to run and jump, there was no gate or nothing. Or, you know what I mean? And I just kept saying to myself, they must have really, really practiced, because they were moving back and forth from the stage.
And rolling around when that shit was moving.
And they really weren't looking to make sure they weren't going to the edge. They were just, so I'm like, wow, they must really know where the edge is. And know not to go too close. But I love that part. I just thought that was so epic. I thought that was so epic for them to have that elevated stage that just went all the way out. It was so epic. And then I love the way they kept utilizing it. Like they didn't utilize it for one song. They would go out, come back, come down, another song, go up, go out. Like they just kept utilizing it, and I loved it. I love the chemistry between the two of them. It's like watching the two of them on stage was kind of like, this is how it's supposed to be. It's about, this is how it's supposed to be, not just with the married couple on stage performing together, but this is how it's supposed to be when you are on stage with someone else and y'all performing. Y'all are supposed to be feeding off of each other's energy. And that's exactly what they did last night. And I think that the two of them not only was feeding off of their energy, but they were also feeding off the crowd's energy. I mean, Philly is always, always, always lit. Always. And I tell people all the time, if you have not gone to a Beyonce concert in Philly, you have to come to one in Philly, because it is amazing. And I think one of the reasons why it's so amazing is because we in Philly know how to have a good time.
Yes. And
we do.
One thing I noticed is that Jay-Z was really having fun.
Yes, he was.
He was having himself a good time. And me, myself, like, I don't know all of Jay-Z stuff, but I know his hits. And he did most of his hits, and I knew most of them. But he was just really feeling himself. He was having a good time. And, you know, like when I was looking at Beyonce, now don't get me wrong, because she knows her shit. And I was like, Makael, I'm like, I don't know. I was like, she looked a little like tired. Like, I don't know. Not tired in the sense of like she's tired. But I'm like, she looked a little bit tired. I don't know. But Jay-Z, he was just like full. Like, he was just like, when he did, what's that song? What's that song with Kanye West? Niggas in Paris. I was enjoying that. Then he had his own visual, like while he was out there rocking the stage, he had his own visual, like on the screen. It was kind of like a 3D thing. Like, I was feeling that. When he did that Rich Nigga, Poor Nigga song, I wanted to cry. Because, like, the words in that song are so real. No matter who you think you are, where you are, people always gonna look at you as just a nigga. And it was just a real moment.
He had, while he was performing that song, the cartoon visual of
the video.
It was just amazing. It was amazing.
But this time around, like before, like On the One Part 2 versus On the One Part 1, like a lot of the songs were the same. But this time it was a more cohesive show. It felt like you were at Beyonce and Jay-Z's show. Because the first time,
just Beyonce.
Yes, first time it felt like a Beyonce concert versus a Jay-Z concert. But this time it was like, bitch, this is real. Like, that sign says this is real love and shit like that. They didn't even need that, because you can see that. You can see it, you can feel it. It was fun, them going back and forth, them taking turns. He's on the front, you see Beyonce just walking down. First of all, she was getting her walk on down that long ass runway in that dress to perform Resentment. Like, that show was fucking fire. If you didn't get your ticket because you thought it was just going to be On the Run all over again, you are wrong.
Right.
You are wrong.
Even though you may see the same songs, it is not On the Run.
The energy is on a whole different
It's almost
level.
as if you never even saw the first one.
Yes, yes. And I like how, like, I just, I just loved it. Okay? I loved it. Now, I do wish that they would have performed songs from Everything Is Love. Right. Now Beyonce and Jay-Z, now y'all done got a fucking album out. This is not the time to act like y'all don't have an album out. And I love when they did Black Effect though, because it caught me off guard. And I just was like, bitch, okay, all right, you know, I was singing with them and everything. And then, like, we didn't get nothing else from the album until Ape Shit. And let me tell y'all, if you were tired when Ape Shit came on, bitch.
Because Kevin didn't think Ape Shit was coming.
No.
Because they did Forever Young.
Yeah.
And then
a lot of people started leaving.
You know, people started, because everybody thought that was the last song, so a lot of people started walking up the steps.
Yeah.
And then you heard the and everybody turned around and was like, ah.
It was crazy in there. Yeah. Can't nobody say that they wasn't awake. Can't nobody say, bitch, everybody just went off. And I was like, this should have been the first song.
Really was.
Yes, it was lit. Yeah, it was lit. Look at you. Yes.
Bitch, I got goosebumps because I just thought about when the crowd really was going ape shit. And Beyonce was like, have you ever seen? And everybody's like, ah.
And they performed the whole song.
The whole song.
The whole song.
Not half of the song. They performed the
whole song.
You almost forgot that she had on the long gown. Because she started crumping and whatever the hell she was doing, I was just like, and you know who else stole the show?
Who?
That ponytail.
Yes. I'm like, wait a minute, who else was there? Because
ponytail stole the show. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. Mm-hmm. Now, Beyonce, if you see this, I'm just be honest with you. When I saw them walk out and I saw the ponytail, I was like, oh, no, not the ponytail. Because I love when she just has her hair out when she's performing. Because you know, when the fans is blowing and it just gives that effect. And I'm like, no, not the ponytail. Because I don't want the braid to get stuck on an earring. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it did that one time when she was in Europe. But baby,
didn't she work that?
That ponytail had a life of its own to the point that every time she kept coming out on stage, you could see the ends was like unraveling. And it was kind of like how these ghetto girls are, just letting their shit unravel. And she was just letting it unravel. And I was thinking to myself, that ponytail but not unravel. No,
it's a song that they was performing, and that thing, it was doing the thing that was on, I believe.
Yes.
It was where they was in the church, and I was like, where's the name of that song when they're in the church? Higher, yes. That's when
her vocals on that.
Bitch, she did that. Okay, there was not one moment where there was a vocal failure. Okay,
and she let you know.
Yes,
I'm singing.
Yes,
because every once in a while she kept saying, "Go ahead." She'd sing. Go ahead, go.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, Beyonce had to sing that one note because the crowd was singing it for her,
and it was like she knew it because every time she went to go sing, she'd stop and the crowd would just.
All you hear is the crowd. That's all you heard was the crowd. And then, like, not even just Beyonce and Jay-Z doing their thing. Okay, it took me a minute to notice that in the middle that there were people up there and like doing their thing.
It was kind of, I don't know if you heard me, but I was saying it reminds me of Jailhouse Rock with Elvis. There's a movie with Elvis Presley. Well, it's an old movie, and I know you didn't watch it, but it's an old movie, and Elvis Presley is performing Jailhouse Rock, and the different men in the background are all on the squares like that, and they're all doing their own thing, and that's what that reminded me of. And it was so it was awesome.
Yeah, it was
awesome.
All I know is if you do not have your ticket, or if the show is sold out, and you see something on StubHub, get that ticket. Get that ticket and go. You will not regret it. I mean, first of all, and can I talk about how hungry I was, because I was really hungry. And shout out to the Lincoln Financial Field with those crab fries from Chickies and Pete's. All I know is I just could not stop. Once I started, I just could not stop. And you know, that show, I want to go back again. I definitely will go back again. Now, when the first on the run, I think I was okay just seeing it that one time.
Yeah, I want to go back.
But I need to go the second time. I need to go a second time. And I just loved, like, when you talk about that stage, the stage, not even just them just performing on it, the way that shit was blowing smoke.
Yes, the fire.
From the bottom.
It's like, you know, I said to, who was I talking to? Oh, I was at, after the show, I went out to eat. And the people that I was with, I said, I want you to stop and think about something. Just think about what we just saw. And think about a year ago when the two of them were sitting at a table planning this show. Mm-hmm. Just imagine, like, what they started out planning and what it was tonight. Like, first of all, not even just the set list, but the stage, the visuals. I don't know who the fuck it is, their visual man or woman is, but they need an Oscar. Because that was awesome. Like you said, the digital stuff when Jay-Z was performing and his face was all
the fire just oh my god, bitch, that fire shot up like 25 times.
Like who, and it was so hot.
Yes, it was.
Who would have ever thought to have a elevated stage and then just start, like, it was amazing how they worked it though. Mm-hmm. It was amazing how they utilized it. Because something like that, you would think, all right, they're going to utilize it this, but like I said, they kept utilizing it. Like when she performed Formation on that. There was a lot of dancing on that fucking stage for it to be moving. Like
I just want to see that shit again. And I don't know if they're going to do it with HBO or Netflix. I think they should put it on Netflix. Put that tour on Netflix. I don't know if they're going to shoot it, but I really enjoyed myself because I really want to see it again. I'm mad.
What other city would they be coming to?
New York.
Near us. No, I mean.
New York.
That's next week. Right?
Yeah, that's this week.
When's the last show?
Probably October. Because I know they take a little break after.
Yeah. Around her birthday is when they take the break.
Yes. And then they start back up. And it ends in Seattle.
Washington.
Yes.
Because somebody said that somebody left a comment and she said that where she lives at, she's been to 2 Beyonce concerts where she lives at. But she came to Philly last night and she was like, the crowd was 10 times different from the 2, and she says she thinks it has a lot to do because where she lives at there's.
Yeah.
So she was like, last night she was like, I felt like I was amongst my people.
Yes. I mean, it's a fucking party.
Yeah.
It's a party. It's a good time, especially when you spend your hard-earned money.
Yeah.
Especially at those prices.
Yeah. You better have a good time.
You don't want to just sit there and mute. But some people do because it's nothing to them.
But you know what's so crazy? Because I feel like people complain about the prices and then when they go, and after the show, you don't even remember that you paid all that money.
No. Because you got
your money's worth.
I didn't think I would spend $40 for this shirt. But I loved it so much that I had to have it. So I bought it.
Richard said he bought $150 worth of merchandise yesterday.
Oh no.
He said he bought shirts, he bought scarves. I said, wow, Richard, you really enjoyed the concert. Mm-hmm. He said, yeah, I really enjoyed the concert.
It was everything. Like, Jay-Z, I have to go back to him because he didn't need no fucking dancers or nothing.
But he's a rapper.
That
but
energy.
This is why I was telling people Jay-Z is a performer of
when
his
I say that though, listen, because you got that big stage. You got the, and then first of all, you got the stage. Then you got the side part, and then you got the part, the runways, and then you got the part that moves. Jay-Z, I'm like, okay, he's got to have something else. Like somebody's gonna be doing something. He had it like one time, but the way he was just having fun, and the way that they interacted that stage with him, and then him smiling while he's rapping. He was just enjoying. I did not see this. I didn't see this side of him when he was with Justin Timberlake, and I didn't see the side with him when they was at Citizens Bank Park. This time, this nigga is really enjoying himself. He's on tour with his wife. This, like, I was Makael. I was like, Makael, this is some real Ike and Tina Turner shit right here. I said, this is some real shit. When they came out walking hand in hand, I said, Ike and fucking Tina. Like, it's just
the good Ike and Tina.
Yes, not the fights. Now, if they arguing, all right, because I mean Tina and Ike, but they also fought. But I don't want to hear about no fighting. But I just know that Philly, we deserve 2 shows, and we deserve a weekend show. I was complaining about that because I'm like, why are we here on a Monday? But anyway, I just feel like we deserve 2 shows. We sold it out. And we could do it again, especially if it's a Friday and Saturday. Yes. Okay, I know they love New York and stuff, but y'all gotta come to Philly 2 times. We deserve 2 shows. Or maybe the next time Beyonce goes on tour, because I know she got another tour coming. But yeah, it was just, I really enjoyed that show. I just wish that they would have done Everything Is Love. And y'all got enough dancers. Y'all know how they know the words of the song by now, and I'm sure y'all got some choreography coming, but I just want y'all to do those songs. And by the time this tour is over, I'm sure that it will be worked in there. Like, because the way y'all did Black Effect, that was beautiful. And then when she was like, I will never let you shoot the nose off my Pharaoh, like the whole audience, like Beyonce, Jay-Z, y'all did that. I enjoyed myself. If you don't have your ticket, get your ticket. If it's sold out, go to StubHub. Do not go to Craigslist, but go to StubHub. Get a ticket to the show. It is definitely worth it.
I mean, don't let nobody talk you
even
out.
If you're by yourself.
But don't let nobody talk you out and say, oh no, because they doing old songs and I'm not paying. Don't let nobody talk you out of it. You will regret it if you let those people talk you out of it. Don't let them talk you out, because 9 times out of 10, those are people who ain't got no money to go anyway. Yeah. So they're trying to discourage other people from going.
Yeah. Go, all I know,
have a good time.
It was a party for your city. Because I seen everybody, just about everybody.
Everybody who was basically anybody in Philly was there last night, and it was amazing. And I love there was one song he performed, Jay-Z, when he was going from side to side trying to see who was hype, and he told the crowd, the security, that one time.
Oh yes, chill.
Yeah, move out the way. Yeah. They paid their money, let them come out. It was
sure did.
Amazing. It was amazing.
Yes.
It was amazing.
And I was
it was amazing.
And shout out to
hopefully if they do come back, I'll have my voice. Because I didn't have my voice last night. Yeah. And I'm upset that I couldn't, because this is the first Beyonce concert where I could not sing.
I bust out laughing when I see Makael in person and I heard his voice.
I was just like,
and I knew exactly what it was.
Yes, because everybody said Jeremy said before we came to the concert, Jeremy he said, I'm tired of hearing your voice like that, I'm gonna make you some tea. He made me some tea before I came to the concert, and it was good. But it was not enough. So I kept drinking water or whatever, but I can't.
Water, hot tea, lemon, honey. You need more honey than anything. Yeah. And no speaking, and you'll be alright.
Well, that's why I can't wait to go home.
Yeah. Because he was telling me how he's been up all damn day.
All day, and I've not been to sleep yet.
Yes. And since we're on this video, I want to say thank you to those who bought their 10th anniversary Scorpion Show shirts. You can still purchase the shirts. That link is inside the more info box. I know that with this new company, like, they print every certain amount of days. So if you want to get your order in, please get your order in. Also, I put up some mugs. If you want to purchase mugs that you can drink out of, or if you want to purchase some stickers where you can put them in your refrigerator or put us on your laptop, on the back of your tablet, you can order those too. The link is inside. Again, the link is inside the more info box. Yeah, I just want to say, even thank you to Beyonce's team.
Yes.
Because they always look out for the Scorpion Show. And I enjoyed, I enjoyed myself. And I don't know what else to say, like, I just love when they kept putting that light on the crowd, and you see all of those people, and all you see is everybody moving and standing up in their seats, and just rocking and having a good time.
Because before the show started, Kevin said, "Bitch, this ain't sold out."
That's
and then he disappeared, and then he came back, and I didn't think about it. And then once the show started, I said, "Kevin, look, see, it's sold out."
Yeah.
The crowd.
Even our area,
it was packed.
Nobody was there. I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, it was packed.
And this is after DJ Khaled and Chloe and Al.
But like I told him, I said, I was in the hallway, and there are people still.
Yes, they were. Yeah. And you know what the problem with everybody was doing? Everybody was in the hallway getting their drinks. See, the best thing to do is to get your drink while everybody's sitting down, because they're already in there. That's when you go get your drink or whatever. Because if you think that you're going to get your food while the show hasn't even started, no, because as soon as the lights go out, everybody's going to leave the line and start running to their seats.
Yeah, they are.
Because they're going to miss something. And you are.
And
then you come back and just, like, you take a little break during the song and go get your stuff. That's how I got my shirt. That's how I got my fries. That's how I got my fries too. So yeah, I just want to say I enjoyed myself, and I'm saying it over and over again. Y'all got to go to On the Run. And speaking of another tour, there's a woman who wrote me about going to Janet Jackson's concert, and she was like, us talking about, well, me talking about it. she just like she was inspired to go, and she went and she had a great time. And then after I posted that story, another person DM'd me, was like, I really tried to find people to go with me to the North Carolina show, but I said, fuck it, I'm going to go by myself, and I'm going to have a good time, after seeing how that lady was writing and saying how she had a good time. So, you know, like everybody's on tour. I hope that you all go to somebody's tour this summer and just enjoy yourselves. And I hope that you come to our 10th anniversary show, which is next Saturday. 10 years of the Scorpion show. I would love for you all to come out and just enjoy you all. And yeah, I'm too excited now. Okay, so we got to change subject. So it is time for me to get off this camera before I start crying. And we will see y'all probably.
Shout out to Jay.
We'll see y'all soon. Thank y'all. Peace.